else in the world. And it's our next stop. For over 30 years, the Ocean Gallery World Center has been owned and operated by the man in the tux, Joe Proart. Yeah, that's his real last name, Proart, with a hyphen. Art is half of Joe's name and all of his passion. This gallery made it into the Guinness Book of World Records. Why? Because it contains more fine art per square inch than any other place on the planet. The proprietor is a bit of a showman, and proud of it.
I've been cited as the P.T. Barnum of fine art, which I accept as a great compliment. He knew people needed something interesting in their life. He watched them, and he did things that they liked, which is exactly what I've done.
One day, Joe realized that art doesn't have to be nailed to the wall in a gallery. It can move. It can roll. And that's when he got into creating art cars. Mind you, that first art car needed work.
I had this secondhand, ugly family car. My kids hated. It was an odd shape. It was an ugly-looking car. And then one day in Ocean City, Joey, my son, said, you know, that would make a great Batmobile. So at 12 midnight, which is the only time we have free to 6 in the morning, we created the Batmobile with about $26 worth of paint and materials. And the next morning, it was a hit. People stood around and looked at it, pointed at it, and they loved it. And before, nobody would look at it. Einstein said ingenuity is more powerful than money. Now, Disney World can spend $400,000 building a Mickey Mouse car, or just designing it. I mean, endless amounts of money. We did it with $26, and that's the fascination.
26 bucks. Let's take a look at what $26 can create.
This is the world-famous Batmobile. This is not the movie Batmobile. This is the real one, okay? This is candelabra. It's 3 candle power, and it's for power outages to outwit the Joker. This is a starter just in case the other starter, the engine, doesn't work, so you just pull it. And it's a little difficult because it's a jet engine. It's 800 horsepower. So. And these are fins off of a surfboard in case the Batmobile hits high waves or it goes in the water. These are high-speed wipers. They work very fast. They're moving right now, but they're so fast you can't see them. They're special high-speed tires. If you notice, they only touch the ground at the bottom. This is actually a fan from a boat, but when you go about 30 miles an hour, the fan spins, and a lot of times in the wind, the fan will spin, so people come up to the car and they'll be looking at it, and all of a sudden they realize something's on, and it makes them back up.
Joe's Batmobile carries more doodads than a community garage sale. He's even made sure there's an onboard line of credit.
And it's always good to have a credit card machine in case Batman runs out of funds. This is the rocket launcher, but you have to be careful not to stand directly behind the rocket when you're launching for obvious reasons. Parents all the time walk by the Batmobile, and the little kids start touching and say, oh no, don't touch, don't touch. The signs say don't touch. The little kids look at the signs and they say, Dad, you know, it says please touch. And then the father will go over and say, oh yeah, okay, all right. And then the kids have a ball. And occasionally little things are missing, like little bat signs off the Batmobile, which I think is really cool because somewhere some little kid has a little bat that they got from the Batmobile, and they've got it treasured in their room, and they've got it hidden, and they've got a piece of the Batmobile, and I think that's neat.